Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best fights in Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 1. Beware of major spoilers ahead. Number 10. Demetri versus Hawk. Before these longtime friends competed for the final spot in the Sekai Taikai, they had a falling out over their college decisions.
Your obsession with MIT is so freaking annoying.
Annoying. Okay. All right, well, I promise not to annoy you anymore. How about that?
Their last heated conversation was still fresh in their minds when the two were forced to fight.
You chose my path? I didn't know you were gonna go down this path!
Although Hawk has been established as a top contender, Demetri surprised us by keeping up with his friend's moves. Their even duel went back and forth so quickly that we weren't sure who would come out on top. Ultimately, Hawk's attempt to make amends during the battle left him open to a shocking upset. The emotional nature of this surprising duel left us stunned and excited to see Demetri get the chance to step up for Miyagi-Do.
I give you Miyagi-Do's team, Sekai Taikai.
Number 9. Creese is crushed by Kim. The brutal master Kim initially forbade his granddaughter from learning his karate style. When he caught her spying during a lesson, he prepared to deal out brutal punishment. But before things went too far, Creese stepped in to defend the girl. We were rooting for the wannabe hero to teach his master a lesson. However, the master was miles ahead of Creese. Kim absolutely decimated his opponent with just a few blows. It got so bad that the master's granddaughter defied him just to stop the fight. Fortunately, the rebellion convinced the master that the girl was ready to be trained. While this matchup was definitely one-sided, it's worth noting because it gave us another rare peek at Creese's heroic side.
I still have some really good memories here. Even when your grandfather's idea of training was more like torture.
Number 8. Batting Cage Brawl. After trying and failing to reach out to Kenny Payne, Robbie approached the Cobra Kai kid and his older brother at a batting cage.
I heard what you said. I just need 1 minute, please.
Back off, Keen.
Come on, Sean, you know where this is gonna end.
It didn't take long for the conversation to turn into a confrontation. Although Robbie initially had to take on the Payne brothers alone, Miguel came in to provide backup.
You heard what he said. We don't want to fight.
He also showed off his reflexes by punching a fastball right out of the air. It was amazing to see two former rivals unite against the Paynes. To make matters even better, Tory and Sam jumped in to help defend and de-escalate. While the battle ended without a winner, it was clear that the Miyagi-Do students had the advantage. The four of them together could definitely overcome any Paynes.
That's it, little brother. Let's go. What? No, I'm not going anywhere. Yes, you are.
Number 7. Creese fights his weakness.
You should be rotting in a cell.
Sorry to disappoint you.
During a martial arts test, the original Cobra Kai sensei got bitten by his snake. The reptile's venom caused a realistic hallucination of Johnny Lawrence to appear. After concluding that his old student was his biggest weakness, Creese fought the illusion.
So you finally understand?
Yes. You are my weakness.
The sensei was able to deflect and redirect his student's blows easily. And whenever Johnny slipped up, Creese wasn't afraid to strike hard and without mercy. Since their last real-world fight made it clear that the student had surpassed the master, we knew this dream duel was unrealistic. But it was still fun to watch Creese live out his twisted martial fantasy for a moment. Time will tell if winning this mental battle will make the sensei a better fighter in the real world.
But all you really are is just the enemy. Standing in my way.
Number 6. Miyagi-Do Battle Royale.
Top 12, get ready. Today's challenge is a battle royale.
Only 6 students from each dojo could go to the Sekai Taikai. In order to select the top Miyagi-Do fighters, Barnes made them steal flags from allies without losing all their own. This test gave us a massive battle royale between the best of the best. Thanks to dynamic camera movement, it felt like we were right in the center of the action. The large-scale battle was also made up of tiny clashes that were ridiculously fun to watch.
Underdogs always have a shot. Underdogs always have a shot.
Since the stakes were so high, our eyes were glued to the scene to see who was in and out of the Battle Royale. Packed with great choreography and surprises, this exciting battle proved that Miyagi-Do students have come incredibly far.
All right, we've clearly got our top four. Tory, Robbie, Sam, Miguel. You four are going to Barcelona.
Number 5, a fantastic fraternity fight.
You want in? Get on the ground, be the vacuum. Is he getting in? How about you stay out of this?
When Kyler discovered that all the hazing he endured for a fraternity would amount to nothing, he got a little petty revenge on one of its members. His small gesture quickly erupted into a big brawl. Fortunately, Kyler had Miguel, Hawk, Demetri, and Brooks there to help him take on an entire fraternity of enemies. The heroes made clever use of their environment to turn the tables on their opponents. Additionally, the team showed off their martial arts mastery by dodging hits and slithering out of tight spots. We never thought we'd see the day where heroes would team up with the obnoxious Kyler. But this fantastic fraternity fight made us glad that they put aside their pasts to make this unlikely alliance. Number 4, a clash of classmates.
Song, you did not follow the lesson.
It's a waste of time.
Although Quan was one of his dojo's best fighters, his cocky nature and rebellious attitude kept him from being seen as the top student. But everything changed after Creese encouraged him to prove he was the best. Quan then decided to take on the dojo's top fighters solo. The cocky student was skilled enough to taunt opponents, while beating the living daylights out of them.
What do you got?
Although Quan was outnumbered during the entire fight, he was so dominating that it never felt like he was at a disadvantage. The fast and brutal choreography turned this dark fight into one of the shining jewels of Part 1. By the end of the clash, we knew he had what it took to become a top series villain.
Are you ready?
Yes, Sensei.
Good.
Number 3, Sam versus Tory.
About each other.
May the best woman win.
What should have been a friendly fight between rivals was tainted by tragedy. Just a day after Tory lost her mother, she had to duel Sam to see who would become Miyagi-Do's female captain. At first, it seemed like the grief had overwhelmed the promising fighter. But when Tory started turning her rage into power, everyone realized that this clash had gotten all too real.
Listen, that's a warning. Next one's a deduction.
The intense circumstances of the fight made each hit and block carry more weight. Additionally, Peyton List excelled at making Tory's fight and grief feel achingly raw. It would have been great if Sam and Tory's duel had gotten to conclude with one of the two women victorious. Even though it was interrupted, the match still made a huge impact on us.
My mom, she would have wanted this. If I don't fight, I have to do this. I have to do this for her.
Number 2, Johnny versus Mike Barnes.
Hey man, I came to apologize for, stepping on your toes earlier.
It's all right, I get it. I mean, it's got to be hard for an alpha like you to battle a bigger one.
It seemed like the Valley wasn't big enough to hold two former Cobra Kai villains at once. After they had several public disagreements, Johnny tried to clear the air between them privately. However, they ended up trading insults and blows instead.
You're nothing but a goon for hire.
Goon for hire. Well, I suppose it's better than being a cream puff.
We loved seeing these franchise antagonists finally get into a one-on-one next to a table saw. But this battle wasn't just about fan service. Underneath the surface, they dueled to see who had grown the most as a fighter. Johnny was only able to beat his opponent after he combined Miyagi-Do lessons with his personal style. His definitive win over Mike established that the sensei had evolved past his bad Cobra Kai teachings.
Oh, hey there. Hey, you win. You win.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Robbie versus Miguel.
Fighting positions.
5.5 seasons after this duo clashed over the All-Valley title, they battled to see who would take the first Miyagi-Do captain spot. Although they both had immense talent and great training, Miguel pulled out ahead at first. But Robbie was able to get back into the battle after he centered himself once more. As soon as he tied the score, we moved to the edge of our seats. The dual stakes or choreography would have been enough to put it at the top. But what made it the best of the batch was Robbie's win. After watching him come up second so many times, it was immensely satisfying to see him celebrated as Miyagi-Do's champion.
Your male captain, Robbie Key.
Good job, Robbie.
What fight do you want to see before the series ends? Let us know in the comments below.
Bitch, don't you know I know karate?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.